So the most challenging part of Sriracha was probably we just had so much things to do at one time. The schedule was always full and we always went from one thing to another and another.
Schedule after schedule after schedule. And when you're tired, it's so easy to think of negative stuff and just an excuse to have a rest. But when you have that vision in your mind, you want to do more and more and more. It's stretching out your character. That was really good.
We did the daycare in the morning, we did after-school program.
The first time I saw the daycare kids, it was like, oh, they're so cute, because there's so many and they're so little. And they're just like, la-da-da-da-da, running, so cute. I realized that I enjoyed teaching a lot more than I thought I would. Never try, never know, right? So you have to try something before you can actually say you like it or not. Because before coming here, I would have never thought that I liked teaching. I find children intimidating sometimes. One of my favorite ministries in Sriracha is their youth program. I think they call it the Timothy's, where they're raising up the young leaders. I have a heart for youth, and so seeing them build up the young people in their church to have more leaders, and to see how eager and excited the young people were. We went to 2 youth nights, and the second one we spent a lot of time just talking about our struggles and praying for each other. It was a great moment.
It was really good to just share how I overcome it. I overcame it because I knew Jesus, knowing Him, knowing His love. And so just sharing it to them and saying that, hey, you can get through this. Hey, I went through this and you're not alone. And then we went to Planet Shakers, which was very awesome. It was my first time at a Planet Shakers concert, and so good and so much fun.
For me, it was my first concert. It was a lot of fun. It was really cool being able to see them live. For it being my first concert, I expected to be like so excited, so hyper, so energetic, and it was kind of just like anything else, really. And one thing that stuck out to me, what the worship leader said was, we're not here to perform for you, we're here to worship with you. And that was one thing that really made it feel like it wasn't this big show, it was worship.
And also we do a lot of visitations.
So visitations, at first I had no idea what it was. I kind of just made up my own thing, like kind of guessed what it would be. And it was pretty close, I guess. So we went and visited families that came to the outreach just a couple weeks before we were there. Most of them weren't Christian.
The people are actually really good. They're very accepting. In the one neighborhood we went to, they would just love to hear us and have questions for us afterwards. It's just a good way to get people to come to church on Sundays, and we were able to see some people come to church from our visitations.
One family, this kid, all he really wanted was to go to school, but he can't because of his brain damage. And so I just remember as a kid, I hated school. I didn't want to go to school. Just that thought of, this kid doesn't have much. This kid can't even go to school. But his heart wants to go to school.
One thing I was able to break through in Sriracha was my nervousness on stage. I'm still a little bit nervous, but in Sriracha I was able to preach or share my testimony. It went really well, and I was I felt the joy of the Lord over me as I was speaking, and I was able to share what God wanted me to share without hesitation.
It was kind of just confirmation. In Mesai Huahin, with our devotional time with the pastors we were staying with, it was always on forgiveness. In Sriracha, that was just another confirmation on that, because Pastor Sawang spoke on that as well. So powerful for me, because before I had to always pray at night so that I would be forgiven, so that if Jesus came back at night, I would be ready. And I was always worried that I wouldn't be ready, and it gave me a lot of anxiety actually. But being here and having all the pastors say the same thing, that you're forgiven, you just need to accept it, you just need to walk in it. It was just really, it was eye-opening that I don't have to be afraid, I don't have to be worried that I'm ready or that I'm doing the right thing all the time.
Spending time with Pastor Sawang, one thing that really stuck out to me when he said is, don't focus too much on your purpose and your calling, but your relationship with God. Really just taking even 5 minutes of your time in the morning before you go out and organize it, and not planning too much, and be flexible, because in the day it's changed, and so we have to have that mindset of being flexible. When we spend time with God, God puts something in our heart, and that will never go away because it's God putting in your heart. We just finished here in Sriracha, and we're going to Cambodia for our last leg, and we're expecting more from God, a lot more, and just serving willingly and serving joyfully, and bless the people there. And Bree, if you are watching this, we miss you a lot, and you missed a lot of good stuff, but